Father knows best, but which father are we talking about? Are we talking about Harry, or are we talking about Dexter's biological daddy? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment, here to review Dexter Season 1, Episode 9. This one is called Father Knows Best. And did Dexter's father know best, or was he keeping secrets from him? That we will find out in this episode. But basically, Dexter gets some bad news, and that is, of course, that his biological father, or at least they think it's his biological father, Dexter isn't convinced because Harry told him his dad was dead when he was adopted. Therefore, this can't be Dexter's biological father, but he gets a will, he gets a house, free house, so, I mean, pretty good considering you're getting something for free, and it's not even your dad that's died, so I think Dexter is on to a winner here. But at the start of the episode, we begin with Doakes and Angel. They're driving across this bridge. Doakes spots a man carrying a bag of groceries. He yells at Angel to stop the car. He jumps out, calls out to the man. The man drops his grocery bag and he runs off. Doakes gives chase. Angel looks at it and thinks, you know what, I can't really be bothered getting out the car and giving chase here. So he does a 180 in the car, spins the car around, drives down to try and keep up with Doakes. Doakes and the man run underneath the bridge like a passageway. Before Angel can get down there, though, he hears a gun go off, and when he arrives, Doakes is standing tall with his gun out, and the man with the grocery bag did with his gun at his hand. So we see people come out to the crime scene. Dexter is one of them. They're trying to determine what happened. Doakes gives his version of events, but Dexter says, nah, that's not true. Based on the blood splatter, if what you're saying happened, then the blood would be here and not here. Doakes doesn't like this. Doakes is pissed off and he tells Dexter, you're a freak. You're a freak, Dexter.
You're a freak, Dexter. Yeah, Doakes has kind of dug himself into a hole here because we've seen Dexter literally figure out a lot of crimes by himself, and they literally lock people away. And questioning Dexter here kind of undermines your entire operation. In my opinion, I understand why he's doing it, because he's like, fuck you, right? I know that's what happened, but I can't admit that's what happened, damn it. It's real to me.
Doakes, though, tells LaGuerta that Dexter is a fucking creep job, and he's hoping that his version of the story, alongside Angel backing him up, will be good enough. But will Angel back him up? That is what we need to see. Back at work, Debra is wanting Dexter to meet her new boyfriend, Rudy. Dexter's reluctant because it seems like Debra has new boyfriends every other week, so he doesn't really know if it's going to be worth it or not. But
the last one was awkward.
Yeah, she's adamant that they need to meet up because Rudy's special. Rudy is a good guy.
What a pish name, by the way.
Yeah, we then get Angel. He goes and speaks to Dexter. He wants to know if he's got the reports about the shooting. Dexter maintains that Doakes' version doesn't add up, and he hands a file to Angel. And Angel, we can see, is struggling here whether or not he is going to be able to tell the truth, or is he going to have to lie for Doakes? Now, would he lie for Doakes, or does he not know if Doakes is lying? I don't know. Which one is it? Well, guess we will find out. Then Dexter is given a letter. Debra opens it for him. It turns out, we regret to inform you about the death of your father. But Debs tells Dexter this doesn't mean shit because A, Harry was his father and he died 10 years ago, and secondly, Harry said that Dexter's father was already dead when they adopted him, so it's obvious this is lying. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you what, right? Let's go back to my thoughts on Big Daddy Harry. I think he's almost made it as like a new religion. He's like God. I think Dexter and Debra treat him like
bow down,
like he's the fucking Holy Grail. All these, that's not what Dad said 15 years ago.
Big Match Harry?
On the 19th of May, 2001, man. I mean, I like the fact that they're incorporating all these flashbacks for this guy, but see, I mean, they're trying to put this guy on a pedestal that I'm not quite sure Harry fucking belongs on.
I'm not sure he deserves it.
From Dexter's point of view, right, he stopped them for, like, killing innocent people.
Kept them out of jail.
Yeah, and he's put him on this path of being a serial killer, but for all the right means, brother. With Debra, it's like, any flashback, you kind of seem like Harry was a dick towards her.
Yeah, so why is she loving the guy?
Harry's the man!
But Dexter at least thinks, well, at least I inherited a house out of this. So we then see Dexter. He goes to the place with Rita. Rita has to cancel Paul's meeting Paul's supposed to get the kids, but she says it's going to be cancelled because her and Dexter have to go. She says that a death in the family trumps tickets to the circus, but Paul says Dexter's not family.
Who's he decide that, though?
Oh.
Paul's losing me. Paul is losing me. I think the last couple of episodes he was gaining Big Stevie's trust, but now he's like, what's our fucking logic's that? Who are you? You're the guy that beat her.
Yeah, who are you to decide who the real family are? There, we then get some flashbacks with Dexter, and we see Harry when he was younger. He gave him the document that made him officially a Morgan, and yeah, that was pretty much it. Dexter tells old Harry, but younger Harry, who was still alive at this point, I thought I was already a Morgan. And he goes, yeah, but you're official now. And then he kind of
signed the papers. Your transfer is complete.
And he kind of asks what happened to his parents, but Harry doesn't really want to answer that. It turns out we go back to present time. Rita asks Dexter about Joe Driscoll. It says he has like no police records, no birth records, no driver's license. It pretty much seems like this guy doesn't really exist. There's not a lot on him. We then see that Rudy is staying in Debra's apartment. They lie in bed. Debra mentions that Dexter's leaving for the weekend because some dead guy who claimed to be his bio dad left him a house. Then Rudy says, you know what, maybe you should go and be with Dexter, help him, make sure he gets the help that he needs. And then, of course, Debra's like, yeah, okay, I'll bring you with me. So they go and meet Dexter. Dexter and Rita are in the house trying to pack up the stuff, trying to clean it, trying to get all the memorable stuff out of there. But no, Rudy and Debra appear. And then it turns into like an awkward, I don't know, double date getaway at the weekend.
Slow ride down now, take it easy. I like that scene.
Yeah, so there's kind of...
Is that not weird though, right? That they were like dancing like this? And Dexter only knew this guy for like 10... Dexter wanted to kill himself.
Yeah, they're all dancing and Dexter tried to put on the fakest dance moves of all time. And it looked fucking awesome.
See, at the end of the day, right, I know he doesn't really care about this guy, even though he kind of does to a degree because he wants to find out. Like, I mean, they're just fucking dancing in this dead guy's house and Dexter's trying to find out crucial information.
If
Dexter had feelings, he would have a problem with this, I think.
Yeah, we then get more flashbacks where Dexter's in a car and we see some guy driving the car and it turns out he's got the same tattoo as this guy who's claiming to be his biological dad. So, I mean, Dexter does put the pieces together and then flashbacks. We do find out that this actually was legit Dexter's biological dad, because we go back to an incident where Dexter was younger and he was in an accident and he got a big massive cut down his like abdomen and he had to get blood, but it turns out he's only got a very unique, specific, rare type of blood and they didn't know what they were going to do. Harry was panicking, but then Harry went to Dexter's biological dad and got the blood, and Dexter then, once he got the blood, he was writing a thank you letter for the person that donated him the blood, and Harry says it's alright, we won't be seeing him again, so Dexter puts it in the bin. But I think Harry here was seeing that Dexter was showing signs of like gratitude and he wanted to thank the person, and I think Harry liked that rather than him just wanting to kill animals and shit all the time. So I think Harry was like, no, you know what, this letter does matter, you make sure you finish this letter,
you color it in, man.
And then Dexter ends up finding this letter in the new O'Driscoll house that's going to be officially his. So basically everything is pointing here to the fact that it is Dexter's biological dad. Dexter then meets an elderly neighbour that wants Dexter to help her with her draining pipes or whatever, and she says that Driscoll was only 60, too young for a heart attack. He asked if anyone was there, and she says nobody, just some cable guy going around the houses. Back in Miami, Angel is beginning to doubt Doakes' versions of the offence. He claims that Doakes might have been within reason to shoot, but he doesn't think that the guy shot at Doakes first. He said he definitely heard Doakes' 9mm go off before the Bayard 38. But Doakes is like, you know what, Angel, screw you. You ain't the only honest cop in this city, which kind of, I guess, upsets Angel. And we then later see Angel retracts his statement. He tells one of the prosecutors that he got it wrong. He was struggling. He says that he told his dad's dying wish was that Angel be an honest man. And Angel just can't sit right with the fact that Doakes, in his opinion, shot this guy first, especially when he seemed to be like a decent civilian with no criminal record. So, yeah, in the end, Angel betrays Doakes and says that it was Doakes' gun that went off first, that Doakes shot first, and that the guy did not shoot at Doakes. Then we go back to the house with Dexter. And they're pretty much just partying at this stage, and they're like wrapping up all the boxes and items and shit like that. But I thought it was weird because they're like using duct tape and like ropes and just stuff in general that you'd kind of associate with maybe Dexter when he's in his serial killing form. So to just see Dexter, then of course we know that Rudy has also been killing people. He is the ice truck killer. Just to see those two guys like using things that they could so easily use to like abduct people and kill people, I thought it was a little bit weird.
I like the dynamic of these two together. In a weird way, I could see this Rudy guy like becoming a member of the cast, and him and Dexter could go tag teaming, but I don't think that's the way it's going to go, sadly.
Yeah, we also seen Dexter try and go to the morgue to get his father's ashes, and Rudy gives him a lift for there. Rudy seems very close to Dexter. In my opinion, he's playing it a little bit too much. I mean, he doesn't want to give away that he is the ice truck killer, but I mean, I think he's been a little bit too upfront. And
I feel like Dexter should be like realising here. I feel like Dexter in previous episodes, maybe he's mourning his real daddy's death, but I feel like Dexter should be clicking on to this guy. Like, this guy is like picking me up here at the crime scene. Usually he would never let anyone see him doing anything suspicious, but here he's like fucking getting a lift by this guy. He's like, sure, I'm on back to the gaff, big man.
Yeah, we also got Masuka. He then phoned Dexter to confirm that it is his dad, but it was, in Masuka's word, the hot Morgan that answered the phone. And then Debra was pissed that this was Dexter's real dad, and this is a couple of times now Debra's got pissed off at Dexter for nothing really. It's not Dexter's fault that this happens to be his actual biological dad.
It's all because, you didn't trust Harry's word.
But Harry's word was a lie. So if you're angry, you should be angry at Harry, not Dexter.
No, but what is this like whole like persona though of like, all hail King Harry? I mean, come on, Debra, fucking know your role. Wise up.
Yeah, I didn't really understand that. We then see Angel storm into LaGuerta's office, and he is basically... Well, before that, we get Doakes talking with LaGuerta about the guy that he shot. He says that he has a history of war. He's a war criminal, and he deserved to be shot.
Yeah, some of these examples were brutal, man. I mean, carrying dead kids, their mothers carrying dead kids, and then forcing fathers to rape their daughters. I mean, that's...
Yeah. Doakes says that he was involved in Black Ops and stuff like that. So when she assures Doakes that it will be over soon, and Doakes is like, yeah, I know it will. Angel then busts in the next day, and he can't believe that the case has been dropped, especially after he betrayed Doakes and lied to him. But, LaGuerta basically says that, look, she got a call from Washington, and she guessed it was military, and it involved sensitive foreign relation issues, and the case has been dropped. But Angel was flabbergasted that the case has just disappeared, and he decided to change his story, and he ratted out Doakes. Then when Angel's leaving, Officer Benson bumps into Angel, and he makes like a squeak squeak piggy noise. Doakes notices this, and he orders Benson to apologise to Angel. Is this Doakes just been playing Mr. Nice Guy here? Because I'm sure Doakes will be pissed off that Angel betrayed him.
Yeah, I think he will be, to be honest, but obviously he can't really show that in the office because he doesn't want a good officer and the Angel to like be hated on, I guess. But he is the sergeant after all, and he can't make it personal. But I feel like when he gets the one-on-one with him, he'd be like, "Surprise, motherfucker," and then just choke him out or something.
Yeah, sounds good to me. Then when they're leaving, Dexter and the crew are leaving to go back to Miami, Rudy tells Dexter that these circumstances were the best way to get to know him, and they shake hands. So, that's pretty much it. Debra then tells Dexter that he won't get much when he sells the house and hugs him. Again, I don't think Dexter really cares about the money. Does Dexter really need money? I don't know why she's saying that as if Dexter's upset. I don't think Dexter's bored of it.
Yeah, but she words it as if, like, it's not really worth anything, Dex. You didn't know about this house till, like, yesterday.
Yeah.
It's free money.
It's free money.
It's free real estate.
Dexter's then Rudy's getting into his car, and the old neighbour notices him and runs out and tries to grab his attention. Well, I said runs. She kind of, like... She
Waddles.
waddles very slowly out, and she calls him the cable repairman, but he quickly drives off. She also tries to get Dexter's attention, but he also drives off. And I guess she was unlucky, or should I say Rudy was lucky, because if she'd have caught up, then that might have been bad news for Rudy. It might have blew his identity. Paul, then drunk and angry, breaks into Rita's house, and it looks like he's going to rape Rita.
Yeah.
By the looks of it, he takes his shirt off and he's like, I'm gonna show you who's boss. But she hits him with a baseball bat and then runs out the house with her kids. Paul's left bleeding on the floor, laying there.
Is that the end of this house?
And then,
see it again?
Whoa. And then in his apartment, Dexter plays one of Driscoll's old records and refuses. He sees the thank you card that he created and he wonders why Harry lied to him. Why did Harry say his biological dad was dead if he didn't? And the episode is about to end when we see Rudy dressed as a cable repairman. He turns back up to the old woman's house and she lets him in thinking he's going to fix her cable, but in reality he's probably about to make sure that she never ever gives away his identity. And that was the end of the episode, guys. I thought it was a good one.
Yeah, I thought it was a very good. I like the whole dynamic of
Take
Rudy.
it easy.
But come on, Deck, open your ears. You heard the old woman.
Yeah, should have listened.
Although that would have been game over for Rudy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I can't have some old pensioner just destroy the case, can we? I thought it was a good episode. I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
I'll give it. I'll give it a 7.
7.5, guys, out of 10. That's it. We'll catch you in the next one. But yeah, pretty much every Dexter rating is around about the 6, 7, 8 territory.
I'm waiting for a stinker or a
Whoa. Anyway, that's it. Consistency is key. We'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.